He's a tactical genius, he's the one to see on VP4TV. He's wild and he's free. Eyeball top number 50, you and me. With his cunning moves, he's rocking endlessly. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, legend from the Jill. Tables and cues, they bend to his will. Every shot he takes gives everyone a thrill. With a glance and aim, he works to the skill. In the ball, legend from the Jill. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. From the corner bank to the perfect cut, he wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune of luck. But skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper. Tactical genius with every play, making magic happen every single day. In the world of billiards, he knows the way, taking every shot with prayers we say. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. Rack him up, he steps to the ground. Crowds gather round without a sound. With a twisted stroke, his fame is profound. Every victory makes our hearts pound. He wins the game without a single strut. Chalk it up, just a fortune of luck. But skill like his, it never gets stuck. On VP4TV, he's the showstopper. 9ball.com's the king, no one can top her. Watch him play and you'll be a hopper. He's the man, we all shout proper. ATG from Kilmarnock town, got your hustle down. Streams the pool games live, makes our day come alive. Early mornings on your grind, Tesco shift unwind, but you find the time to play, stream the virtual day. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand.
And it's a sucker scratch. Look at the line. Commentator's eye. Don't say I didn't warn you.
OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early riser, work all done, streams the games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
This for the 101. Absolutely sensational once again.
Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. The games just for fun, we'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
That was fantastic. Where's the cue ball going?
Oh dear, how sad, never mind.
Right, good evening, folks. Welcome back to VP4TV. There's something I just need to fix in the on-screen display. Just give me a second. I just need to disable replay for a minute. Just give me a minute with that. Hang on. And if I delete that, I'm going to delete the chat and then paste as a link source. I think that chat looks a bit better. You can see more information in the screen. Now I just need to re-enable the replay if I can find it. Make that visual. Right, that should be us. He says confidently. Anyway, I think it is. Anyway, welcome, folks. We've got the semi-final tonight. Matt has been in and out, getting a bit of practice. MC_Clarky Acero has arrived, and we're going in a couple of minutes. Race to 15. And of course, if you saw the other match with Matt and Spectre Dawn, Matt's going to have to go a long way to rival what he did against Spectre Dawn. From 8 racks to 3 behind, he won 12 in a row and literally blew Spectre Dawn away. There was nothing Spectre Dawn could do. You're just sitting there. The brake started working for Matt as and when it was required at the right time, and he just couldn't stop potting balls. And any player that plays like that is going to beat anybody. The question is who's it going to happen for tonight? Acero looking to win his second major title. Both players have got 2 big stumbling blocks to go over. They've got to beat each other, and then of course the biggest one of all, Albinario in the final. Welcome to Cobra. This new thing that's in the chat, the top fans thing, I know nothing about it. It's nothing to do with me. It's a YouTube thing, but apparently you get points for contributing in the chat. I've forgotten who Dusty Puppy is again. Is that Miasma? I haven't a clue. I keep forgetting who that is. Right, well, you'll notice also in the lobby, I edited my name, and now I can't unedit it. I went back in to try and unedit my name, and I can't do it because I can't find my name. So the first time in 20 years I've changed my name. I did it today, now I can't change it back. I wish I hadn't done it. Right, so we have Matt representing the United Kingdom, Acero representing Japan. Oh, it's Dwight, that's who it is. Welcome. Acero, if he's on his game, he's going to be aggressive. Both these players are going to be aggressive. I'd be surprised if there's a great deal of safety involved in the proceedings, but you never know. It just depends how these tables break tonight. The room is up. Let's get to it. And the cloth is at the right colour. Hopefully the audio is good. It'll need to be good because I'm not changing anything. And, well, I wonder... Well, Matt isn't going to change his brake. We saw what the soft brake gets you. We've also saw that one ball flying into the side pocket, left or right side. And that's what worked for Matt the other night. So here we go. Good luck to both of them. Let's hope it is a good one. Ah, I've spotted something I need to change. Yeah, I've spotted something I need to change. Hang on a minute. Right, we'll sort it out later on. We'll do things later on. We won't start messing about now. Well, the only one that needs to be looked at here is the 8 ball, and the 8 ball does go. The 6 ball is going to be a bit awkward from the 5 down to the 6. Now, you can go the shorter side of the 6, which takes the 7 ball out of the equation. It would be a bit crazy to try and go up that left side to get into the gap between the 7 and 8. And Acero has left us way short. I mean, he would like to have been further up the table for this. By the way, Tam, I edited my name. You'll see that you're getting a chat count up against your name. That's a new YouTube thing. You can read about it on your phone. I don't know whether it works on the live stream itself because I haven't looked at that on a normal PC. But on your phone, you'll see top fans thing, and you can press it, and it'll tell you what it's about. It's a new YouTube thing. You get points and a count each time you're involved in the chat. I changed my name, Tam, and then I went in before the live stream to try and change it back, and I cannot find my name to edit it. And I don't have a search window that you're talking about. That's why I'm saying that HTML thing, I've got a different setup. It just doesn't give me a search thing to search anything. The first time I did it, I just scrolled up and down, found my name, and I managed to change it, and now I can't find what to do to change it back. Well, he's got on the 8 ball, and he's got out, and that is an important visit straight off the bat for Acero on match break, remember. The one I tried it on, Google Chrome, and then I went in just before the live stream on Firefox, and I tried it in both of them, and I couldn't find the display didn't look anything similar to what I had earlier this morning when I did this. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So this time there is a problem. The 3 and the 4 are adjacent to one another. You've got the issue with the 5 ball. Where's the cue ball going?
Where's the cue ball going?
Well, there you go. The first mistake from Acero. Now, Matt, with ball in hand, could place the cue ball to bump the 5 and hold for the 4. I mean, that's a possibility. I don't know whether he's considering it, but I think he needs to consider something to get a shot in this 5. And the only problem with that is he hasn't hit it hard enough and he hasn't come off the 5. So now it's a much tougher shot. Could be any slight bit of English in that cue ball. But he's made the pot and got in the 5. And now he's got an open acreage of table to get to this 6 ball. And that 6 ball looks as if it might be tightish. Well, it's off the rail. And the cue ball's getting there. Yeah, the deadline's tomorrow, is it not? Is it not the 3rd that goes ahead? Welcome to Miasma. Remember that discussion we had the other day, Miasma? I'm not mentioning any names, but they haven't been around, which isn't a bad thing. Yeah, that chat looks better simply because we can see your names on the screen better. Yeah, tomorrow night at 11. So Matt's going to square the match. And the first real mistake made by Acero, the unforced error. Yeah, Romario has been back. Now, here's the thing, Cobra. Romario, anytime I get into a conversation with him, he's one of these guys, like quite a lot of yous are, who don't give out any information. It's like trying to get blood out of a stone. And I don't know whether he was just saying something off the cuff. I went into his room. He was in a room with somebody. I can't remember who it was. And I said, well, are you going to tell us why you haven't been here? What's the issue? Blah, 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 blah. Now, to cut a long story short on it, it might be that he had COVID and he might have had quite a bad reaction to COVID. I don't know. It's just the sentence that he said. But apart from that, any of you other guys can try and wheedle something out of him because he doesn't really give you much. Welcome to Bedhead. Good evening. Now, I mean, you don't want to really be jacking up in this. He's tried to stun it to the rail to come across, and well, that's the equaliser for Matt. Big mistake there, and simply because he was on the rail, and that's the problem. You know, there's simple things in this game can make your life a lot more difficult, and one of them is getting onto the rail where you can't get to the cue ball where you want to, and that's simply the reason that happened. He could have jacked up to try and play the cut in that, and that makes the pot even more difficult. Had he been out in the table, I don't think he would have had a problem. So that's one that's got away. So 2 mistakes, 1 from each player. And this is looking dry from Acero. And Matt could see the 1, and everything else is there. Everything is. I thought that was a 1 up the table again. That shows you how bad I'm getting. That's a 9 ball up table, but everything's good, apart from the fact he's dead straight. So this is a controlled draw, unless he's trying to squeeze anything out of this. And you see, that's a good stun draw. That's a shot everybody has to learn in this game, because it does give you much more reliable control in that cue ball. You just, you know, you lower the cue below the equator, just about that, and no more, and then you just hit it harder. And if you practice them, you'll be able to judge them a lot better. This is looking okay if it doesn't trickle the left side of the 9. He's fine. So I've got, well, this is my day off today. I've got my day off tomorrow. I'm back at work on Friday, then Saturday, then Sunday, and that's me. And on Monday morning at 8 o'clock, I'll be dropping the car off to get its service and MOT, and I'm off for the next 2 weeks. So I would assume that within that time frame, I should be able to get the final. Because I haven't looked at the bracket, and I can't remember what the deadline is for the final, but I'm sure it will be within that time frame. So we're 2 apiece here. We're still waiting on something happening that's going to give somebody that early edge. Ball in the break. 2 ball is gone. Dodgy cut in the 1. No real problem with the 3 or the 4. The 4 is a slight problem because, again, it's well in the pocket and you've got to play the shot and get out of there and get decent on the 5. Again, easier said than done. I don't care how good you are, it's difficult to judge the control of the cue ball with that 4 ball being well in the pocket. Well, I'm assuming Steve's halfway up a mountain by now. And he'll be away for probably 10 days or more. And so far as I know, we haven't had any issues with the server. Although I wouldn't hold my breath on that. Right, you see what I mean? I mean, he's done his best there, but the judgment of getting that cue ball out is so difficult. And he's in sort of no man's land here. And this is tricky. He's got to sort of just get this pocket weight, really. Try and stay over that far side to have a shot in the 6. Unless he's going to try and run forward, but I can't see the... He's trying to jab off it and hold it. Got a little brush. Well, that was difficult. And he's given Acero a chance here, but Acero wants to come down the right side. I don't think he wants to play the combo, though. The combo's not bad.
Where's the cue ball going?
Oh, this looks good. Missed the scratch in the side pocket. Good in the 6. Oh, he'll be back for a short time tomorrow, so he's not in the mountains yet. I don't know. He does this every year in the terms that he's away for 2 or 3 days, and then he does come back, and then he's away in the mountains. So I don't know what the hell he does for those 2 or 3 days. So Acero's going to grab the lead for the moment anyway. Race to 15 suddenly seems pretty short. Back in the good old days, it would have been a lot longer than this. Well, balls have gone in. Well, the 1 ball must be one of them because that 9 ball looks tucked behind the 5. 2 balls there. So here's the major shot of this visit here. If he can get down onto this 3, he should be good to go. Well, again, that looks excellent. He's going to maybe overrun it a little bit. Now, do you prefer that on-screen chat because you can see everybody's name on it now? The only thing I haven't done is I've got my YouTube viewer counter stuck behind it, so I need to change that. But that's a 1-minute job to do that. Well, there's a mistake. Again, the stun catches the player out on these corner pockets. And again, it's a similar problem. The 4 ball's not quite as deep in the pocket, but it's all about judging the pace. And that's much easier to control. Just because that object ball was further out the pocket. Yeah, it does look better. So we're going to have nip and tuck here, tit for tat at the moment. So you can see that some of the players, some of the spectators are on 2. The leader at the moment is Miasma, who's on 3. And the further this match goes, neck and neck, the pressure mounts up on the brake each time. Matt trying to find that line. Watch the one ball. Well, that didn't break with the one ball on the side. It was nowhere near it, but something went in the opposite side. 2 balls gone again, but no shot in the one. The 7 ball is a wee bit fiddly, but you can get to it. And of course, playing a push-out up table is dangerous. In fact, the push-out anywhere is dangerous here, simply because there's a lot of balls to hide behind for acero here. Although this, he's maybe trying, I don't know whether he's trying to hold behind the 4 and 3 and push the one up with the 9 and 7. That's tricky. Well, he's left an edge, and that might be enough to pot this, but he's going to have to spin the cue ball up a bit to try and get out of there, whether he's going forward and trying to go a couple of rails. The 3 ball does go into this corner and into the side. He's, well, he's fouled the 9. He thought it looked as if he could get there. Maybe he would have had to put a bit of right spin on it. Welcome to Run Out, Rob. Well, he's going to try and tuck behind this 7 and 9 again. It's quite a big target, you know, just cutting off the edge of that 3 and going 2 rails at least. Well, he's way short as far as that goes. Okay, he's not left a pot on, and he's left half of the 3 ball, so this is tricky for Matt to judge a safety here. Well, that 7 ball is very tight. I mean, obviously it goes from the top end. You can get behind it up there, but it looks tight if you're trying to stay this bottom end of the table to get to that 7. Romario's in the room. Get him in the bloody stream. I told him to come into the stream the other day. So here's a shot. Is he trying for the breakout? I don't know whether he's got an angle he can do that. Let's have a look. Well, he'd have to hit this a bit. He's trying to get below, but he's hit that far too hard. But he can stall this cue ball and send a 7 ball around unless he thinks he can make the bank. It doesn't look dead set as a bank to me. No, it wasn't. So, a bit sort of hustle and bustle there from acero. He's a bit of a hurry, and it's going to cost him. Well, if Romario is there, you've got a 5-minute wait before you can join the chat. So Matt has a glimmer of hope here to open up the gap. But I don't think he's getting any favours in the break tonight. He's dry. Now the bank up and down and the stun across the hole for the 2 is on. Not quite get the line. And Matt's got the angle to nip this in. And just drop down onto this 2. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Little bounce. Little bounce. Well, I said perfect. He's a bit low. It just means the cue ball's travelling a bit more. But if he finishes up top left side, well, he's trying to. Well, that's roughly where he wanted to be anyway. He's controlled it pretty well. So it looks fairly straightforward. As long as he gets into the middle of the table off the 5 ball, he's got the 6-7 combo, and it should be plain sailing, he says confidently. Well, he wants to get better. He wants to get a bit better than that, but it'll do. And he wants to slow down a bit as well. And he's just got there. So, it looks as if we're going to have daylight. And now the question is, he hasn't found it yet, but the question is Matt's going to get on a roll, or is it going to be one of them nights? We have more of them sort of nights than we have what Matt did the other day. He's still trying to find this break. Cue ball's gone. Disaster. Now 3 ball. It goes. No problem there. And really, the only thing he's got to deal with here is the 4-6 combo. What's that? 1211C. Oh, you're talking about a viewer count? I can't see it. But I've got 15 showing on my phone. If I go to the different chat, it drops down to 14. Now, how good is he going to be in the 7 to get up for this 8? Well, he's going to have to go 2 rails. Avoid that side pocket. He should be well away from that, though. In fact, he's playing it ultra cautious. And now he's going to take something of that 9 ball, and he has to hope he gets a good roll here. And that isn't it. And that's all because he left himself that bit higher in the 8 ball. So that's a huge mistake from Acero at the wrong time. And he's feeling the pinch. And now it's gone to 3. Five on the side. 1 ball in play. Well, There's the problem. The 2 doesn't go, not past the 3 it doesn't. It probably goes into the right side pocket. Well, you can see the edge. Well, this is dodgy. Dodgy to try and keep this safe. I mean, he doesn't want to hit it soft and leave a 2-9 combo. He doesn't want to try and feather off the 2 and just come down to the 4 and 8, because that's the line the cue ball naturally wants to go. But if he just plays it soft, he's leaving a combo. And I don't know that he could do a great deal more than that. But Acero is now on the rack here, trailing by 3. He's going to have to dig out a pot here straight away. And that's well done. Now we need to, well, I say well done. He's now got another issue that he's just created, and that could be the stumbling block. And I'm getting out here. The 4 ball is tight. I mean, yes, it goes, but how much can he do with this 6 ball? It's a bit straight. I don't know that he's going to have a great deal in this at all. He might just be better taking his medicine and trying the safety, and he's trying to do acrobatics, and I think he'd have been better potting the 4 and just tucking the cue ball away behind the 7. He seems a bit, I don't know, maybe he's a bit anxious. He said he was. I asked him, I says, you see what Matt did, are you scared? He said no, but at the moment, the signs aren't all that great for Acero. And again, self-inflicted damage is going to cost him. Is that right? 42 apiece? It probably won't be the way this is going. That'll certainly change. Matt on the brink of a hefty lead here already. And Matt doesn't want to be on the receiving end of what he did to Spectre Dawn. But it's taken that shape at the moment. Spectre Dawn built up that 8-3 lead. And Matt is going to be 1 short of it. 4 racks in front. And Acero has contributed to his downfall so far. The mistakes are there.
Where's the cue ball going?
And the cue ball was heading that direction, but those other balls made sure it was going to be a scratch. And again, Acero's got a table that he's going to have to play the combo on the 2-4. The 3 ball is there. 5 out in the open. Now, again, he simply has to get out. But when you're feeling that pinch, suddenly you see problems that aren't necessarily there. And he's just got to be careful with this as well, that he keeps that 2 ball in play. It should just be a gentle dink. Well, again, he's going about it all the wrong way here. It was never going to finish great, and he's got more work to do, and he's got to watch the hook behind that 7 when he's coming back up the table. He's going to get there, I think. Well judged. Well, it's Acero that could do with a favour with this upcoming break, provided he can get out. Now, even that, well, the 7's obviously blocked by the 9 into this left-hand corner. He's just a dodgy angle in this 6 ball. This is not good. He's maybe going to have to thump this in and stun behind the 8 ball and come back around. No, the angle obviously wasn't as bad as it looked. Well, 2 rails, or possibly 3, unless he's going to try checking this cue ball up. Yeah, 3 rails. So, trail number 3. And that 1 ball, I think, was heading to the side, but it got nudged out the way. And it's dry, but it's safe. But again, where does Matt play the push? Because there's balls to tuck behind here. Yeah, he's giving it a lot of thought. You know, if you finish below the 1, you're asking for trouble. If you play up the table, you're leaving a possible cut and a pot on in the 1. And that's sort of in the middle of no man's land. You know, there is a pot on, but it's a toughie. But the cue ball's running the right direction to get onto the 2. And I think Acero is doing the obvious, which was what I mentioned earlier. There's balls to hide behind. This looks as if it might be pretty good. That's a great result. So the 2 clusters have came into play immediately there. Acero hooking Matt behind the 1, 7 and 3, and Matt's kick gets him a hook behind the 5 and 4 for Acero to deal with. And this 1 ball is not easy to get to. Far from it, as a matter of fact. He's got the hit. And he's also... Oh, he hasn't got a rail. I forgot about that. He hasn't got a rail. Well, everything about that was good until it didn't get to a rail. And this is going to hurt. I'm still thinking about it. I mean, I only get it for a laugh anyway. I don't... I get most of my enjoyment in the cowboy doubles. We got robbed in that bloody 4-ball caroms game, so we did. Well, at this stage in the tournament, Acero's made too many errors. It's probably... The count's probably 5 at the moment, as far as Acero goes. It's certainly there or thereabouts, and that's 5 too many. Because each one of them's cost him a rack. Gap goes back to 4. I don't think you can't get much closer than that. 100 to 99. Well, there's a perfect angle in the two. Now, he either stuns up the table, because the stun looks a lot easier than trying to get on the 3 to play a combo on that 8 ball. Watch the cue ball. Well, as Steve would say, you know, you've always got a chance in 9 ball, and well, acero, you know, he's not going to give up, but he's needing 1 or 2 little favours from Matt here as well to help the situation. But the first priority is to get to the table. And this could be the run to the finish line for all we know. Well, there was that ugly pattern, the balls that get broke up. 8 ball has gone in. He's on the 1. Now, is this going to be a little draggy dink to stay the short side of the 2? It looks tight to hold that at that. He's played for a little break, and that's worked out very nice. Very nice indeed. So Matt is well settled in now. Again, the angle that he has, you can play the little stun. Now, he can check this up a wee bit if he wants, or he can go a couple of rails. He's checked it. Left English straightens the cue ball up. 6 into the side. And this match is running away from acero. And like I said, it could be that acero's already played his last shot. We don't know that yet. But it's looking more and more likely it's going to be a UK-Sweden final, unless something happens right now. Well, the ball is gone. 1 ball is opening out. 1 ball is available. In fact, the 9 ball had gone in. And everything is on, and this is looking grim if you're in acero's corner. But no sooner have I said that than Matt misses the 1, and there's the lifeline. There's the table for you, acero. He's given you a chance. This isn't looking good. That is not good at all. That's a terrible shot. Anywhere up the table and play the 2 into the same pocket. Welcome to Brainful Out. Yeah, I mean, that was an ugly shot there by acero, and there's a gift from the gods there for acero, and he's blown it right off the bat. And I think you can see the end coming, because it's, whatever way you look at it, it's yet another mistake from acero. And it's looking as if he's going out with a whimper here. Well, that's 2 straight. Well, there is a slight angle, but he can draw back and it should open out. I think that's straight again. Yeah, he can give it a little draw and he's fine. Well, this ain't going to be taking much longer, this match. It's 41 minutes, and the way we're going, We might be lucky if we get to there. Again, Matt's made the mistake, and Acero can't believe he's getting another go at this. He cannot believe this. Checking it up with right English just to hold the cue ball. Well, is Matt going to regret that mistake? Acero's going to need to hit a run right now. If he can get these out and get the brake working, it needs to happen. Well, that's another thing. I'm glad you mentioned that, because it's something that we completely ignore. The fact that Acero's playing this match at completely the wrong time zone. It's 7:40. Let's say it's 7:45 here. Well, he's 7 hours or 8 hours in front of us, so it's the middle of the bloody night his time. And that is a big factor when you're half asleep. Well, first time tonight, I think the one ball's went the side, or at least it's the first time I've noticed it. And he's dodgy on the two. Yeah, this is very dodgy in the two. I mean, there's traffic in the way here of. He's trying to drag all the pace off this cue ball. Yeah, I mean, he's got the cut. That needs to bounce. It needs to keep going. Well, he's not quite there, but the cut is on. It's a dodgy cut. He's hampered over the 8. He could play a safety. And that'll do. Well, it's a big target, the 5 ball. And it's that big a target. Matt's nailed it and knocked it in. Perfect. Still needs another good one, though. And he's played that pretty well. Again, he's on the rail or not far off it. He'll just go forward, maybe just leave. He's got to go around the corner, just leave the 8 into the side and not try anything elaborate. That needs to go a bit more, though. He should have been down on the short rail, more or less, there with that shot. And now it's a bit dodgy, because again, he's running into the 9. He doesn't know whether this is going to be good, bad, or ugly. Well, that's good enough. Hit it a half ball. Doesn't want to flush it to the rail too soon. Got loads of room. And the gap is now getting too big here. It's 6 racks. And of course, you know, when you're in this depth of the tournament at this stage, the semi-final, whenever you have a half-decent table, the rule is you have to get out, and that's where Acero's failed. He's lost shape on a couple of occasions, and, you know, each time they're costing him racks as well, so it's tough. You're not going to be on your best game all the time. You've just got to keep going, and you have to hope things change for you. That's all you can do. But not give up. Keep plugging away. But he's running out of racks here, Acero. Matt's still short of the hill, but he's not far off it. And again, another horrible mistake on the 4 ball. That 6 ball is in the way of the line for the bank up and down to knock that 4 in. That makes the shot even more difficult because he's going to have to judge. I don't know whether he thinks he can get that line like that. Well, it looks good. Yeah, the line was there. The commentator's eye got it wrong. I don't know whether he put anything on the cue ball. It didn't look as if he did. But he flushed it. Again, the unforced error from Acero is hurting him bad here. I think he's made more mistakes in this match than he's made in his last 3 matches, Acero. He definitely has. So Matt, 3 away from the final.
Where's the cue ball going?
Well, the 4 ball has gone in, the 8 ball's gone in. Dodgy cut in the 1, but he's going to be on the 2. And they're all there. And it's like the beginning of the end here, I think. I'm going to look and see what this top fans thing says now. Right, top fans, Miasma's at the top on 75 XP, along with Gazzaruni and Cobra. In 4th place, Dusty Puppy, Run Out Rob, Brain Fill Out, and Bedhead. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it's I think it obviously is to try and get people to not that you're going to get a price for it at the end of it. I don't think it could have a clue what the deal is with it, but you get ranking points. And Matt's 2 away. Ball again has gone in, and he's plumbing the 1. 5 and 6 ball aren't married up. They are available. 4 ball is available. And it's just a potting practice here now for Matt. Well, he might come down below the 6 here. I mean, he could stun and come out, but he could also come down below. Oh, there's a mistake again from Matt this time. And this is really dodgy. He's got to just try and nip out, and he's played the little edge off the 7. But that's an unexpected mistake from Matt. And Matt has made 2 or 3 mistakes, but not as many as Acero. But I think it's looking like it's all too late. Matt's still not in the hill, though. I'll have a quick drink. we'll have a look and see what the deadline date is for that final. Well, balls have gone in, and he's on the one. So this should be in the scoreboard. What's the crown icon? Where the hell's the crown icon? I can't see no crown icon. I'm getting itchy nose now. Oh, you mean the top fans thing? Yeah, if you use your phone, and I'm only ever watching YouTube on my phone when I'm live streaming, there's a little cog. You can press the top fans thing and it'll show you the list. Wait a minute here. What the hell's happened here? Well, it's tight, this 7-ball. This is tight. This is tight at this angle. That's what happens. And acero's done it again. And the cut is on, and Matt is going to be in the hill here. And he's just not found the consistency you need to survive. Matt's made his mistakes, but it's been a lot less than acero. And Matt will be breaking for the match after 53 minutes. And a ball and balls. The 3's gone in. Something else went in. He's got a cut in the 1. 2-ball in the middle of the table.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Well, he's a dodgy angle again in the 2. Everything's wide open. It's all about the 2-ball. He gets the 2, he's out. Well, Bondi is now at level 3. So it's been all too comfortable in the end for Matt. You know, he's not been perfect. But on the other hand, acero's been less than perfect tonight. Far too many mistakes. That's reflected in the scoreline by far. It's a 7-9 combo for the match. But like you said earlier, Tam, poor old acero playing in the middle of the night, it is not the best ideal solution to try and survive in a tournament. And he's gone. So we've got our finalists. We've got MC_Clarky up against Albinario. So if you're going to win world championships, you've got to beat the best. That's the way it's going to be. And Matt's going to have to produce the goods. And the final, the deadline for that is July the 8th. Well, that's next Tuesday, is it not? Something like that. Because I finish on the Monday, which I think is the 7th. And so the final will be played sometime between now and then, between Albinario and MC_Clarky. So good luck to them both. And there won't be a problem really, or there shouldn't be, in them arranging a time, because there's only an hour between the two of them. So I'm sure they'll sort that out. Albinario wasn't here tonight. He may well still be working, but Albinario will know soon enough. Right, folks. That's pretty much it. The only other thing I was going to, I'm not even going to bother looking at the stats because I don't think they're even worth looking at. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a quick look at the Cowboy. Where the hell is it? Went to. Oh, there it is. Let's have a look at that. We have. Who have we got? Bankster, Chiku, Cobra, Coldest Pillow, Interchange X, Jose, LS3, Mark Sharp, Matson, Miskin, Stubb, Tommy, and VP Monster. And the deadline is tomorrow night, British summertime, 11 p.m. That's July the 3rd. That's the deadline to get signed up for it. That's pretty much going to die a death, isn't it? Right. Thanks for joining us. Look forward to the final. Thank you for your company. And again, thanks to those who have become members of the channel. Hit the like button before you go, because I never asked that the other day there, and then I got the minimum again. Just hit that like button to try and help this algorithm. Right, guys. It's not been the best semi-final. Matt won't be caring because it's just about getting over the line. But we'll see you again very soon. So take care and good night.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
You